Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. First down here for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. They're trying to get to it. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
Leaves it with the back. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. They're such big jumpers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quick.
And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. The offense lining up for a first down play. Give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Looking to throw, it's Jordan. He makes a catch. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what we saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that one.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
That's the end of the first quarter. And after one, we're tied 0-0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. Trying to make magic with his feet. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Going with the ground game left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Caught over the middle. It's Quinn. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. They'll try to get it through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Jordan. Tackled, but he has a first down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
They'll run it. It's Ncaa. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next game.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. The defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Let's go.
2nd and goal for the offense. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Fourth down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. To the air, it's Jordan. And it's caught! Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And down he goes back at the 3. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. After the big 1st down sack, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. How about that D coming up with a play like that? Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead.
That makes the score Notre Dame 14, NC State 0.
NC State will kick off to start things here in the 2nd half. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here come the Irish back on offense. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Fires one high and deep. A full dive to haul that one in.
Oh, that is a sensational individual effort. Did you see how he dove and completely stretched out? The fact that he was able to reel that in is just unbelievable. I don't even think the head coach or quarterback can believe he was able to make that dive and catch.
Explosive plays are great, but you got to finish the deal. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Jordan. Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Great job by the DB covering deep. Listen, you always say deep to shallow, deep to shallow. Don't give up the big play. Great job by the DBs, seeing the football, going and breaking on it, and make sure the wide receiver doesn't make a big play.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got him, and they convert. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Looking to throw it again. Uncorks it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Back to throw. It's Reed. Looking to the big tight end. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was. But that ball landed out of bounds.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Unloads to the wideout. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Showing the arm strength to the left. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
And sometimes the best defense is a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get it.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
How about the big nose tackle? The guy who's right in the middle of the defense, the hardest spot to get a sack because you got the center in front of you, you got the guards right next to you, not a lot of space. Just uses the power, gets through, and gets the big sack.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Notre Dame.
Final play of the quarter coming. To the air, it's Jordan. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air.
What the
Going to
fuck?
try to get it himself. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Notre Dame 21, NC State 0.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires
I
and
ain't got
picked
beat
off.
enough.
Got some room to run. He's at the 40. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to bring them the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Throws toward the end zone. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle.
It's hard to imagine that that's his first catch of this game so far. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, and they knew if they were going to win this game, he had to touch it a lot. They had to get him involved. They haven't been able to do that. That's a big reason why they're trailing by so much.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on down.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Back to pass, it's Jordan. Looking for space to the left. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Steps away. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
He does a good job of scrambling around and trying to make a play. But I tell you what, you don't want to take too many shots like that. Those big hits, oof. If you get up now, you dang sure going to feel them later.
Grab near the marker. It's Jordan. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
That's reeled in. It's Jordan. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. The throw. Caught close to the marker. It's Jordan. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that well.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Now on second down. To the air. It's Jordan. Moves around to clear up the vision. He'll let one go down the right side. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Yeah, I love coaching staffs that want to stay aggressive. And here's a team that's up in the fourth quarter, and the coach is still letting his guy throw the football around, but you got to make better decisions. I mean, at this point, you're risking your team's ability to win this football game. You got to be more conservative.
Here's a throw downfield late. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in cover.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
Fires to the right. Makes a connection. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Unleashes one deep. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play. Yeah,
David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis.
Watch TV. So you fall asleep.
Welcome to this College Ultimate Team Challenge presented by EA Sports College Football. Don't forget you can check your goals in the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Wolfpack of Nevada. Take it away, broadcast team.
Let's go. Let's go. How you do this?
Offense getting set for first down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Got his man out of the backfield. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. I mean, they're about to run out of plays. 12th play of the drive coming up. Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Bully ball on third and short. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Nevada will be forced to punt. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. Nevada comes to the line after getting the first down. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Man, that's a great example of KYP. Know your personnel. A QB that doesn't run great, trying to get outside the pocket. Nice job by the defense, applying pressure and running him down and getting the huge loss.
Gets it out fast. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. After that last completion, it's second down. Looking to pass, it's Kramer. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intention. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
This drive started about the time Walter Camp invented football, but the defense can finally get a stop on 3rd and long. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Going to the running game.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Kramer. Got it set up on the outside. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Nevada comes to the line after getting the 1st down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
Runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a box.